Good day, everybody. Welcome back to the Marvel Contest of Champions news show. Kabam are forbidden from mentioning morbin time from promotional posting. Some mad lad just rank 5'd a Groot. What? Yes, a 6-star Groot. I kid you not. I kid you not. Players fall out with each other about compensation for the side quest exploit. We'll look into that. And Kabam extend the qualification date of the arena compensation that we mentioned about earlier last week. Oh, hello everybody. It's time to get spicy with the brand new MCN for the week. Please, 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 everybody hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. It's free to subscribe to a YouTube channel, and make sure to put notifications on all because we're covering lots of news, information, important things you want to keep up to date with. So make sure to do that for this channel. So let's get right into the show. Kicking off with this. So Kabam aren't allowed to say morbin time. Let's face it, if you're a Marvel Games game and as well you want to be taken seriously within whatever Marvel things you're doing, whether or not you're a commentator, whether or not, you know, it's the official Marvel Games, Marvel Entertainment, you don't want to be talking about morbin time because it's a meme and it basically devalues, not devalues, but it kind of like brings down the brand. So it was quite interesting to learn that, as Kabam Mike said, we weren't allowed to say it's morbin time in any of our official posts, but that's not going to stop me here. So that's so weird that they're kind of like that. What I kind of liken this to is similar to WWE. So for those that are familiar with WWE, as I am many of the people, whether or not your Attitude era before, or kind of present era, the Ruthless Aggression era, whatever you are, you've probably watched WWE, WWF in your time. But one thing over the years has been interesting is the less use of phrases and moves that wrestlers are allowed to do. This is funny enough a list of things that WWE wrestlers are not allowed to say. You can see the list right here. So this could be something that Marvel set upon their particular, games, official posts, that you're not allowed to say morbin time anymore, is what I hypothesize. What do you think the reason is? Put it in the comment section down below. And now we move on to a bit of a weird bug. Black Cat versus Black Widow Deadly Origin AQ crashes the game. Funnily enough, it's not just this particular interaction. There's another interaction. It looks like this is expanded to skill champs in general in that particular fight. Anyone else having issues where you gain crashes whenever you use a skill champion against Black Widow Deadly Origin. Now it could be a case it is Black Cat, but it's weird that most like some other people are saying exactly the same thing. Apparently this has been a bug that's been going on for a little while now. So OPX says this problem has been going on for 3 months. I reported it personally, but they don't do anything about it. It's every skill champion against Black Widow Black Widow Deadly Origin. I want to say that's the typo because I'm reading that like going BWCW, and I was thinking like we haven't had a new Black Widow Claire Widow. Maybe no. Look, in all seriousness, it's not good. I wonder if Kabam are investigating. If not, please have a look into it. I can't remember if I do that fight or not. If that's on my path, I can't remember. It probably means that someone else has interacted there beforehand, but I wouldn't ever take a skill-based champion against it. In any case, have you experienced this issue as well? Put it in the comment section or go to the forum thread and share that particular info. And now we move on to something quite remarkable, and so this is ChewBoom. So ChewBoom, I'll put a link in the description to ChewBoom's. I think he's on, I want to say his YouTube, or definitely on Twitter, because I saw this, got copied into this. This is surprising. This is a rank 5. Yes, you probably, have I gone mad here? Am I looking at a rank 5, 178 signature Groot, standard Groot, not a King Groot, just a standard Groot. Yes, you are seeing this indeed right now. It would be even more funny if this was the top prestige based champion, which I don't know if it's just Cosmic Ghost Rider just there for the sake of it. I'll have to check this actually. No, sadly, what I was looking to see would be it'd be one of the top prestige champions, but it's not. That's a lot of rank 5s. I mean, I've done pretty much every piece of content, and I don't have that many rank 5s. So I don't know. You might have She might have put a little bit into that one, possibly, don't know. But yeah, that's a lot of rank 5s right there. But no, sadly, I was hoping it to be top prestige champion. Looking like it, it's not even scratching close to it, to be honest, at 200 signature. So, but fair play. I always kind of admire a bit of bravery. I'm sure probably a lot of people will be going, well, that's just, yeah, no, don't. But it's like, look, at the end of the day, these people have got balls. They've got to have balls in order to kind of make this decision. You know, maybe people will say questionable to King Groot. You're gonna have balls to kind of rank 5 a 6-star King Groot 200 signature. But I know it's a practical and well-used champion. But when it comes to something like this, though, yeah, there's got to be questions about. There's a few questions about it. Is a champion due a buff? Yes, it is due a buff. Should be buffed at some point. No indication of when it's meant to be. Look, I don't know why Kabam seem to be kind of like having a bit of a breakaway from old champions to be buffed, which is weird. Groot, superior Iron Man, to name 2 right off the bat very easily. That would need to have a bit of look into. Rhino is another champion that needs to look into to kind of like buff up. So yeah, my hope is that, like, you know, this is one of the champions here, and I'm sure that at some stage people will just be laughing they're laughing at now, but they maybe not laughing in the future if Groot gets a very stonking new buff that wows the community. But yeah, I thought I'd share this because it's a bit of fun. Next up, let's look at the fallout from the side quest exploit compensation. So I didn't think there was too much of an issue. I thought it was a pretty much open and shut case and everything was fine with how Kabam handled that particular instance. And if you remember from Friday's video, what Kabam essentially did was go, look, people that had done the exploit unwittingly, that they were able to kind of go and pick up all the rewards, and all the paths to get all the rewards, they wouldn't have those items removed from them. Instead, they would be able to do that particular run or keep those runs and be able to what is it, like, yeah, just kind of keep the rewards, and everyone else gets their compensation. Now, from this particular perspective, Kabam looked at this and kind of went like, okay, this is how we want to deal with it. I mean, look, from the outside, I'm happy with how it was handled, but I don't know the inroads of what people were able to exploit. From how I saw it was, people were able to get everything on the paths that were available. So they grinded out path A, B, C, D, E, and I think F. So if they got all those rewards once, then I don't see that being too much of an issue. But if they got it multiple times, then those particular times, then that would be a problem. But I don't think that was the case. But in this particular instance, there are some people that have said, well, negatively to how Kabam handled this one. You know, first off, someone was saying, since we're giving out compensation for side quest exploit, that's cool, but where's my 1.25k mystic crystals? Probably even more since we didn't participate. Kabam White Knight, this post is not for you. Yeah, I mean, just to say, at the end of the day, that's a different instance, and Kabam have said how they're going to deal with it. Has it been 100% dealt with to have those items from those crystals removed? No, that hasn't been done yet. That's what I gather. I mean, we need to read on to see what Kabam's saying. So yeah, going to this response here from Kabam Mike, I'm going to give you a negative 1,250 mythic crystals. Sometimes it's funny, you know. We didn't take any action on the folks that did multiple paths, but have been extremely clear that we're removing the 1,250 mythic crystals and all the rewards players got from them. So far, we've removed the crystals and are working on the rest. So that just gives you an idea. At the moment, they are dealing with that. Right, now we're going to go back in time to arena compensation. So if you've been following the channel, you know that last week we posted and talked about there being a compensation package on the way. At the moment, you should be able to download hotfix version 40.1.1 to address the arena issues, which were causing things like losing streaks, problems, bugs, errors when it came to arena. And we did say that Kabam were looking into compensation on the matter. Now, one thing that did and was a bit of a question was the extent of you grinding out that arena, or kind of going, do you know what, you might have had an off week and not played any arena, and as a result, you know, you could have lost out. You could have lost out in qualification to this particular compensation. So the compensation package, to those that don't know, is the following packages will only be going out to summoners that played in the arena and were affected by these issues between July 10th and July 17th, 2023. 200 units, 50k battle chips, 250,000 gold. Of course, the other kind of like bits to this is that Sigil subscribers will also receive an extension of their Sigil subscription that will account for each day the bug was live before the fix went out, plus 3 extra days. That's 8 days plus 3 for a total of 11 days. We will work to get this out as soon as possible, but with other things happening right now, this may not happen until beginning of August. That's where you might receive your compensation, which could put this into not next week. No, not this week, but could be the week after at the earliest. But there's a lot of questions but for players going like, right, well, I may have not played Arena that week because of the extent of the bug. So I'm like, well, do you know what? I'll stay away from the arena. So what we're kind of looking to see for players is something before July 10th, kind of like be fair with the qualification element of this compensation. And that has been answered. That question has been answered by Kabam. I think more so as well because players were asking about the Summoner Sigil side of things, where it kind of like expires. So as Vegeta says, most sigils will expire before the compensation goes live. People who normally grind all milestones and got none will be out of pocket more than 50k chips and 250k gold from all the arenaing done. But it's a step in the right direction, so that's something. But there is something that's a bit further on the matter, which is, for everybody, Sigil, non-Sigil. Update for you all. And this was the 21st, so this was on Friday. Was that Friday or Thursday? Late Thursday. Those who had the Sigil, but it expired, you will still get the free Sigil days. That's positive. Kabam Mike also goes on to say, we've also decided to extend the compensation to go to anybody that played Arena in the week prior to the issue as well, in case you didn't play in the Arena because of these bugs. Now, from what I gather, that puts this in a very kind of nice time frame. So if the compensation package was meant to start on the 10th, let's get this calendar into shot here. So if it was on the 10th in which the kind of compensation was going to start from, instead, and again taking this at word here, 3rd of July. So if you're in Arena from the 3rd of July right the way through to the 17th, so that gives you 2 weeks of entry point, you will qualify for this particular compensation. So that's better in some cases. Sounds like I said butter then. It's butter in some cases. Do you love a bit of butter, I actually think about like I'm having a naan bread later on with some curry, and I'm thinking like I might kind of like chop up some garlic, maybe grate some garlic, put a bit of butter on like that, maybe a drop of oil, just rub it in. Something like that, a nice kind of garlic naan, maybe some like fresh leaves or something like that. Yeah, sorry, I'm thinking about food, man. I'm thinking about food. I am recording this at 4:30, so it's coming close to my dinner time. I like a nice early dinner, so then I can digest it early, and I'm ready for bed with kind of like a full belly, empty belly, so to speak. I'll find I get a better night's sleep that way. In any case, I hope that puts you in a perspective then of what is going on with all this kind of like arena compensation and stuff like that. So, yeah. Only can be good news for that, especially if you're looking to knowing whether or not you could qualify for this. Because you might be like, I didn't grind because of this bug. It was bugged, didn't touch it. But week prior, you did play a little bit of Arena, which does qualify you for this compensation. So it gives you 2 weeks of qualification as opposed to the opportunity of 1 week. Right, so that's good news, and now we've got to end the show on Arena results. So let's indeed go over the results for Silk and Baron Zemo with the upcoming potential changes and nerfs to Baron Zemo. We'll have to see what happened with the results. Could be spicy. Let's see. And the results are in and are as follows. It looked like the champions went higher than expected. Don't know if it's worth Kabam checking out some of the arena results just to make sure that people were playing as cleanly as possible and not cheating. Because we've got position 399 for Silk, which will start off with 125 mil. That was kind of like what I thought would be a lot higher in the positions, but it is what it is with this. And as I said, Kabam may need to investigate, possibly, don't know. Maybe everyone's legit in there. Maybe everybody went hard in arenas over the weekend, especially because it's the first arena back that's not been bugged. Again, don't know. But look, position 175, it got position 175 mil, got position 37. And then we go down to 129 mil, getting position 383. with 125 mil getting position 399. Getting a 5-star Silk, you're looking at 38 mil. Baron Zemo, similar thing, went higher than expected. Or at least what I predicted for, which is I went with 25 mil, but 25 mil was only getting you something like 1% to 5%. 30 mil to get position 374. Like, people were going a bit harder. The champion will, and as we said last week, it's undecided whether or not the changes to Baron Zemo are going to affect the champion's effectiveness. It seems a lot of people are saying no, and obviously if you've got Baron Zemo, then that may be the case that you're kind of going like, well, I perceive him to be fine after the changes, and that's good. If that's going to be a case, then yeah, for sure you're going to be very excited about picking up a champion, and maybe the reason that people still went high with the grind, because yeah, 373 for 30 mil, again, down to personal interest in that. Round 2 predictions, I'm going with 140 mil for Silk, a 6-star, 38 mil for the 5-star, 20 mil for, not 20 mil, 30 mil, that's a typo there, that's meant to be 30 mil. 30 mil for the 6-star Baron Zemo, and 17 mil for the 5-star. But yeah, there we go. That's been the results, the predictions, and I do hope that Kabam still look into the arena just to make sure everybody's playing as cleanly as possible in this. But that's been it. Check out some other oh no, first of all, thank you very much to those who support the channel as a YouTube member and as a patron who are on screen right now. I thank you so much. Thank you very, very, very much. I will try and live stream at some point, but it's just very difficult at the moment with my current schedule. I appreciate you though, and much love. Also, thanks very much, and check out some other content located on the screen right now. Should be one other video today, but yeah, bye bye for now, everybody. Bye bye. Have a great day. Bye bye.